enye nipa adwen ene ye nyame adwen se Mahama ne class no according to President Akufo-Addo, former president Akufo-Addo, according to him Mahama class no seed ba omi anya ne class a class of 1 a class of 1 na Dr. Bawumia de beba abenya class of 2 aba beka Jerry Rawlings ho abeka John Kufuor ho abeka ono na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo no mo ya class of 2 na we class ne de eti nyame hwe President Akufo-Addo adwen po ewo ni ti no se wo megu ani mase hwe ni nguase no forgetting say record a John Dramani Mahama set wo krom ha till 100 years that na ye wuko nobody on this line can break that record our Ghana sas we so under the democratical your friend is saying leader he is the only president what saw ya fly ni mu ide 3 times ebisi biem ensi tio he is the only president. Yes, constitution I can say yentina so 8 years enfie poly enyenwotwe. He's the only president to watina so enfie or betina so enfie poly enwotwe any 6 months e bi si biem. Obi anu obetina so 8 years 1 month impo ensi da. Never. So the record that John Dramani Mahama accepted their to no person on this earth can break it as far as the constitution is concerned. That's what. It won't the real music sire no na who abo paponom na omu isu omu se John Mahama do so Mahama enti nyame ka so be hye wanimu nyama baabi a be hye bia nyame be yiwa pie ahye wanimu ka say amen awa ka say amen ubenya sika 26 minutes after 7 live on top 103.1 final point in here. My name is Kwabena Owusu Agyemang, the governor. Yetna se nonso na ya sore nonkron. Trust me, and the show no when you beje ho papa menko baby we have a lot aye dey be ma wo and if say ubetuma drop in your messages you be reading it out there na ye dey ama wo awa Said Mohammed or your businessman sign ye chief executive producer e wo ha say and na Philip Akono ni deputy sign your connection man and I'm your host, your humble servant. Eti me ne connection man ni businessman enam. Me call her me da connection mu. And I'm a co-host. Although access to microphone ti me fa dey jai. O sorry kwa me dey dey betuja. Na legend. The senator. Akwaba. What to say? Woko. Mini businessman. Or businessman. I said that. I predict Japan so dey we no akuja to baby the drink na dey akuja na to baby na nkofo na dey we ye fast we free years na call ye to fi na ejama e bai obi no say uja oba no mbo mudi o say dey obi amodi yo ye na no mo ka o ya modi boy ba dey be o ye no mo ka yeah, so anyways, Nina so yeah. Alright, so one record dynamic out till another voice here. Any part in the nyame adwen. So can so say President John Dramani Mahama so catch the Mampeni Akufo-Addo say akunya no ni bi da o class be dey na o ye hwan a o be ka akunya who go about the president o catch the yeah o catch the son yes straight and just ban was yes okay say ma be san o
Also that's what class 1
say otwa first time one kasa o
Dabi
second
so na so owu obo na o sa fe dia
ba bi amazi otwa me science
so na ade ba so na o ka kan say yes na o kan say ade o mu nya ne say ewiase na ye wo no nyankopon anaso obi oba asase bia wo na nhihye ya owo se nipa no to no boas na odi sa nhihye ne so a ebebem impa ho do bia beye asama ha wo kan se mampani ekogina ba akufu adu kogina former president kogina ba ka kire school nkwala na se so ho ye ka kire me se menye mampani da ebisi me yetitia ebisi abunudua ebisi ya de nantwi akɔhye fom onu ane party member say akɔ ontimi nye president da but ene o ye president because wono de mo kan bi amu onu mabem what you say and said the new can say ni pe bi adwene o mo say sanko for pass Ghana for go for mampani bia ya to abatia no de on here emmem but enne wa nya record apart from Jerry John Rollins no obi antimi for bi kra ne aba o kuma say
Jerry John Rollins so kra de na democratic way
but say 92 ni we mu de nyan and they say to aba
I can number of
percentage I need now onyae about elections no ohwe na ohwe the kind of majority a wonya so in desire I can say ewiase no ade ba ko ohia pa ne say nipa wo abaje ohun adi
na obenya abotre
no ama wo edinya
abotutu wa kwan yi
pepepe
na watutu yakopon betim di nsta na to anim ba ma akwan bia obefa so no ebetima atwe wa free say
yes do ko ba
yakopon bibia amra kakra so da ho oso obesi wo hene na so osore na wote edwa ensadwabo ase wo yesesesi ebe free wo nsem
sanity
etiese nhihye da ho no
sanity ayese nkofo bi de o ka asem ni ya us ni mu nhye kakra bi wo ho
yes
o ti ase sana brabo no so tie
ma wa hwe ni ya bi
yes na wa hwe ni so ahun sanka se ye wo dem mas ye nyina yini se masa se me dem ho bo Philip ana me dem ho bo awa na me nsaka bibi na me nchina me dem se wo fro ko me di na chi a
yeah
but what you say but I don't so well with them just up with there yeah me enko and what you say it is other years that you know when you am try ma ho na we ni hye so a
just up with there e be change
I'm fama no
so who do you think is the happiest person our Ghana has this year?
This year I can say pa de mampani John Dramani mama na yire. Yes.
The happiest
person. Yes.
Not just nko no so na be only one class first lady.
Yes. And when say during campaign kra no and some man nkofo kan fa no no kra wa dwa ni kunu no be so be di ni kunu achi no onye campaign man no den but at long last so me say professor ni agide but
sure o mampanyi Jerry Rollins na yere tiasio okay atamo se de tiasio vice de tiasio ena ma ena your first lady for
I think say kofo any
ono so ko ba ono ni kunu tiasio ena meti say na am say champion yere na net ana lima ni na so ye to me the happiest person I think say or was as we say as we speak abujina poni John jina pomo parents o ma me no papa
o ma na so mo ni munyam
mi nimba bia o mo mienu ko fa o mo hia ye wo samrantem and show first administration under your friend is saying drama abujina John jina Paul was deputy minister e we energy na kwabna donko e resign ye ka wani o resign ye koto aba no ne ba ne na e be active we twa juicy position like that and then akufu ado buy John na prom nu yaketwa one father one mother e be ye deputy chief of staff in charge of operations first time no be ye
minister lands and natural hwe
ka Ghana
ha wona galamse nyina wo
ho na bibia ho na go ntimi gidi se go do mo hu bi pa sa parents no ofri ho ye ATS ono su twae no and then first 3 ministerial position John Mahama appoint omo baka ho
Jinapon
ono so ye energy the juicy place they make say we Ghana has say. So if we are mother today's enkrofo mi we are when this man former MP for Medina na Denta the no dia na chi Sadiq ka say media me who opposition them because me kwa me bra ba power e bi ne John Jinapon mabusua they will never ever so me
and now class we see no say first in there na John Kwana na wo parliament but this time so we na so ewum entino
what you say eti you see moi who so be MPP no fa ha ya wo de wo ni one studio so time no kokokokoko wo woni afomienu eti sa na nyame ye na ade o free say nkrofo we say o free we na abu free we say o contract bi wa ban mu a there is no one be cancel ne bra wo ho and also shifting contract no question ne bra na mu a wo be ye den o chere say chale aya fa ha na hide wo be ye ne say
and then na wo redwin say omu nhie ni nkomo enfe kondo fa so a omu abra bobe konkai then omu
so yet here di John Mahama teme di Akufo-Addo atem uti John Mahama o si Akufo-Addo hia no friend no Johnny rather Johnny answer no be from Johnny no onu was how ja Johnny e bia say because ye wura ha sesi ana say 10 bi ho na ye yusu a ye no ye ho a unyusu sa 10 what that is offer we our lay it is omumienu nya hia ro ka wale mi jokra me ye hihye sangrofo menu na no metimi ka me hu sensem o mo ka mi ado mo twa wo ochina ye de abufuo be ye we say akware na no bufu ye no wi onu no nti babia nya babia abufuo bi so o ye abufufu se
Kwabena say
no a an experience
say
na no ka
say de enema city we ase no utie nsem a mampani John Dramani Mahama kafa former president mampani Akufo-Addo ho a what you say they knew themselves from 1996 omo atena parliament omo nyina ba parliament pepepe adin komo a che say omo ehia omo nim de omo ye and tiasimo kafa ba omia ho I was even shocked of the campaign omo ye no nyina show sportsmanship like wan kase obi okasama ne ye ne ya na say ono so kasama ne ye ya onim say ade na omo ye this is how is a tier game ni but outside platforms ni campaigns no omo hia obi are expecting ne yonko
mama kan say we say ye fan discuss at the awa
ye kan sa no ye penifo no so omo no ma ye hu so omo
ma ye hu
citizen ye ma
anyway maybe I so ye ben yo ye no mo
when ebia wo ni kroma agona nkum na wo hwe TV na wo tie nsem ni bi wo ho a ye say sampenfo wo ka kwose ejuma ye nti na bi wat no bi wo a yini ebie wo ho bebi wo a no ni bo na ni bi wo ho onim so wo nka
en me na wa ya adwen say omo aso hyere no ma ye sa
okay
sa na ye ejuma ma wo mo sa na ye akoma ma wo mo kwase ase sa anya sa ye nya ejuma ma wo mo omo so mu din ko ejuma be se ye ma wo mo ejuma mo hu sa adma ye ko na ye ni blessem
yes
because obi ani say ase ni gaja be ka say ni ma me se ni ye se do be din ho nansa obi ani say ni gaja ni se do e kan what you say so
ye money so biti o normal your friend supporter biti be am MPP ni fi na NDC ni otu different political party
yes obi ba no obi ba dey go obi no dey
hwa ye wo obi wo ho the rules twa man twa boy John Dramani Mahama ba John Dramani Mahama person obenya contract obedi ye a che na NDC ni bia ode na ho ode a na ono na dey okuma NDC just mark
and maybe this your parliament afanyo markings sha say no okay can say no work say na parliament NDC parliament no kana against Babin appointments so be say speaker dim na onu cross onu be can start catch o so obon pa so mo fa ni ma dede o kan ni na wie sa no e na kwa me boja so no simasa yes brand also enche ko gina campaign platform so see the worst ade agana of why you say you Babin e be your speaker and then the also be gina ka so o do me chen ye what you say but me na say they know say ade we American no me ka for sa ade we ade so me ni nipa no so sia I know how me nipa dey dey etie o ti ase enti ma ye nkyerɛkyerɛ na omunye dodom za na enkoye niema ense sebe ye kwa ye be nyina e man ba ko bia se no ko pon we fi no office a o mtu ko fi a unemployed also na body so onye adwuma nye wo ben do so be keji adwuma se wo de wo se wo anya adwuma anye enti wo ko pam de onye adwuma ye wa ba ko ne person fi ho no no so ko tena fi akofa placas top radio wo de jwa ban ne kon so because one to was amu abana de keji adwuma wo so anya bi anye no mo adwuma na ho na na person opre ho a de bia unemployed be ko so because no so ye Ghana ni ono so fe se man peni na ma na adwuma eyi ko pam na o pam o hwe o ye hwe ye nkobisie eyenkobesie
ayi your friend is nipa ba ko an ahwa won timi me ye Ghana leader aye me ya ono aso na call so that Alan Kodwo Chirematen you know why was it Alan na nkrofo bi di Alan na chia na me be omoka and me kan sem bi chiro omo ma afi no obi atwe no ho kakra to be honest Alan first ever public your friend is adia a trendy ya ye kasa afi do oba be di president ya asenso maame asenso boache maame yi ase and ye na ye could try me boy a wodi ala echi a oye your friend is cameraman DJ sizes me na me de ne mom what does point even me na me de ne mom but really Alan no more once Alan Crawford be ne ba me show you so that no omanya press conference go invite me that only one they no call and chin na you or your friend is moving picking and no me na me bisa the last question me dey me bisa atwi mu na obi a surrender kind of me pe and me yes adem when I heard say Alan enye running mate to ba omia asantefo bi nu ka chen say ma me first story nsi a ochina Farouk Aba ochina ebe bi mu mo why and then commodore so Farouk Aba have be international diplomatic consultant eti wa ba ne de ba bia tai di
aye se nkomo wo pa
ono
but
tu abe so kra
eti kwama ye ko ye hwe nim se nyame ya aduma fi ochina ko apando ne ba ntenten
e be ba ntenten se
ye hwe mu na ye ne ye mu
yeah we say
we are not surprised
I can't I can only appoint 60 ministers into Odini Boshe so or 60 ni there na obe disappointing nkrofo bi no na ohwe CV abe gu nanimu a
but say nkrofo no so they should
thousands
they should understand him because that's the promise oye ya Ghana for so
say light no will be on
yes
why sure you measures are
yes and
only say
yes
say nkrofo no din kwa asema no woni
yes
so just do it for us
yes.
So you be din komo nyame
mate Kwabena
na agent the berima the senator wabo berima de na wakudo and de dumba wo unya so da ya na jawan Kwabena no wale no wakaru oza live on top 103.2 my name is Kwabena Owusu Agyemang, the governor Farouk Al-Wahab international diplomatic consultant watena say and then komo wo hopa ye ba beti so join me live on YouTube top media about top media na say we call TikTok top radio 103.1 YouTube near top FM online and Facebook near top media but more than not join here na ye need nkomo no to get down. My name is Kwabena Owusu Agyemang. My final point is in here. Farouk Al-Wahab, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Amen. Nani na mi watch say?
Mfa mi nyashi.
O me mfa wo nyashi. David. Ja. Mati za obey special advisor to John Dramani. Me mat. Enti me kan.
Baby. Me be akote ni be.
Me dey mat.
Sir.
Me dey mat.
Okay, you hear the way see.
And na ye hwese ko be shede bisa o say me pese wo meboa me ma demonstration hefa e na me mfa wo ko nga be ka den na kire no
well just in the kitchen
Farouk 2025 who is our Ghana nyehwe
is it
who fa ye nyehwe wo
I didn't
sa na ma hu wo 2025 fa ye nyehwe
sir
fa ye nyehwe me no kracho
sir
me kano kracho let me see say make to check want to be what? Let me see. Me o flyer koto hope. Obi say this man is loaded with so much wisdom. Oh dear no, we say Owusu, this will be great. I will listen to you and watch you live. We say Derek Money everywhere. We a blogger or say this is fire. Or the Uja we say in there fire. So a lot of messages and I will make us cry there. Abba Nina and they say they have believe in you or more trust or money say we super we great into the Israel for Ghana for year. Why?
No.
Akwaba. Let's say
very good. I think about you now. I feel the drisa me na nyama dia hwehwe en saka.
Amen. Mr. Oya for me bibi why.
Not a boss.
We invite me feel back. We invite me be.
Oh no, I must say
why am me pese me mra. Eti facho TikTok so Mampa TV and Ghana First TV inti brasisia na ye behwe Farouk na nkomo no edoso ne. After 2 days after say the current president is so washa say then appointees kra washa say kakra normal the ekoso then yem shishi na edu so wa sure 100% say it will stay on, the light in the base stay, light will be on intima yensro. Yes indeed also kra wo man call for yemfa ho nche so ye no be kapa. But Farouk, were you utim eba inauguration as
Mama Hobetim Shape.
I didn't tell Mama. When you invitation?
Oh yes, I was not feeling too well. And moreover, I would have even coordinated as liaison as I did for 2016 Gabonese government. Had the privilege to do their liaison, not for Ghana but for Gabon vis-a-vis with Ghana. But now I wasn't too well, and you know. In the public and the heat, and I wanted to stay back and then get healed for a while. Okay, but that was it. Normally, but we follow procedures.
Normally, it's all actually sure. Yes. We will say, yeah, was studying there about go no crash. You use slow motion, my own hubby. I had what teach you. They use slow motion, all the angles. Who say yes, sanity. To watch in there, me so who no make.
Yes, I watch it.
Diana. Ekoye Diana Ankoye yemfa start ho no and all my organizers na so plaza obo percentage saying
oh you see we transition and a state with transition team and organize inauguration or swearing-in ceremony and your standard practice Ghana and you know a choir building of the days, and then also the seating arrangement, the canopies, etc. More often, it changes from strength to strength. The crowd that is expected coming. I think on a whole, that is one of the investiture they swearing in attracting the biggest crowd of all class. Yeah, to me, my experience, because 2016, then I also watched President Kufuor Jerry after 19 years of Jerry. That time, know the awareness of Ghanaian politics. And the sway in a Ghana phone shed and Tiasia Papa. We go to name Shadon who be. And to mean the President Kufuor, we're not that kind of a political class, the informed public in a core. President Nana Adu Danko Akufo-Addo 2016 and President Mama Suso Kono, we saw quite a big crowd, a crowd fine. But this one, in my view, all the 8 governments now, 8 on the 4th Republican, I think so far, that is the most biggest.
All right, so
in terms of crowd,
in terms of within the country, yes, the most biggest,
the biggest,
and first ever 2025 inauguration course, so 21 head of states, and including coup leaders. I mean,
there is nothing called coup leaders, including head of states. Whichever way you see it.
Or head of state.
Say head of states.
All right. Okay.
I've disproved that, and I've told people say we shouldn't be using such kind of
But when you see them being part of democratical leader,
yes,
integration,
yes,
then they catch it.
And say we don't understand the whole scenario. Why we don't understand is even in the eyes of the United Nations General Assembly, called the UNGA, UN General Assembly is tolerant and have tolerated military leaders in the UN chamber in a military uniform. Who are those? Sani Abacha went to the UN General Assembly with military uniform. Muammar al-Gaddafi also UN General Assembly with military uniform. Omar Bashir, he has entered the UN General Assembly with military uniform. Are you getting me?
Me too.
Obasanjo, wako UN with military uniform. Buhari, wako bida. Jay Rawlings, he's been there with military uniform. It is something that is a normal standard. Say, be a head of state or a military leader of a country. That country have not gone out of the UN. Whereas even on one block called the African Union, now ECOWAS crown, you have taken out and answer when your member crown, no recognize and I say, do away with that government. You know? They are still a member state of the UN. When there is a United Nations General Assembly, they go. Do you understand? Now the host nation, and Rebecca said, no man for military uniform, and I'm doing the military uniform, Baba. And I'm giving you the highest, topmost organization of the world is the UN. That package of 170 countries. So organization Rebecca said the biggest independent democratic forum of the world. Military leaders Eddie Ayuko. Young share Cuba leader Fidel Castro. Castro in UN General Assembly or the military uniform the choir. So if Ghana president sway in ceremony, one thing that we do not know, which we are going to take us through, and then you will see Adeka Krabi. And he said, and when the King of Faso leader, and I say, Doumbouya of Guinea, and I say Chiani of Niger, and I see Goita of Mali. I saw Iran also or Bagana sway in ceremony. The president-elect, our friends, was in the position. The president-elect was once a president. Into our friends, our bloc, our friends were ECOWAS, our friends, our African Union. Now the African Union practice, they say, Ghana, like Mozambique, other countries, this year, countries are here elections, African continent. The UN platform, and then also the African Union platform, and then the ECOWAS platform, and then the SADC platform, and the European, the East African platform, and the Central African Union. Only the battle so said, and then Ghana, I win a year election, almost way in on the 7th. President who block mappers or visit such an investiture, a sway in. You can notify. So direct access our invitation from Ghana government. But so per se African Union also power let us know so they deal with the foreign affairs.
Okay.
And I'm taking you through the protocols. Okay. This is very interesting. And we are move free African Union. But we'll be her His Excellency the President-elect. Or now for let's say Traore President Mama Adamfo off the presidency and as not on my president. Now during the campaign, something that you and I and public do not know say or canvass for support from the region or friends or region. Why? Because we are conscientizing the mind say or we near only the king abeya juma only chiani beya juma only mali beya juma, but his success is predecessor and that's excellence in another government. Now only a part of the ECOWAS only severe diplomatic relations with these governments
because of how
yes PDS 1, PDS 2, PDS 3 declaration Pediasi one declaration or the Massimigator say you're turning the table when you ECOWAS or a member. And was suspended the mayor, I mean, only an Accra has say. So therefore, I know President Mahama, even so president elect, now all your campaign, on also Akko country Sabia, what creative friendship. Young share on the Gabonese leader. Only now are done for, also a military leader. And it's a boss or Japan said, may introduce may be an inauguration. Branefa mean the better here. What does it mean? You canvass for support from the regional leaders and your friends, both on the African continent and outside the continent of Africa. Anything, as I hear Obiama said, Obiama opposition for 8 years. Now all bad government, all pre-elections, while winning elections, now as many the time I Ghana that kind of a crowd, presidential visits to Krumah, Ghana at 50. Ghana at 50 was the only occasion we had more than 10 to 15 presidents every city here, because that was a historic and it was big. But normal swaying in there, we been 7, 8, 10, 6, 7. Now this is a catch. Who was the special guest of honor? Tinubu. Ghana and Nigeria, we had that kind of friendship. There was an occasion in Koho, because there was a time Nigeria was swaying in Ghana and Kobe. It became a diplomatic row, which was not possible. That shouldn't have happened. But me my details. Ghana president Anko Nigeria, so it's okay. Let us not go there. We are not here to criticize. Well, yes, of course, under the Fourth Republic. The second government or third government or fifth government, it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is, Nigeria is always seen. Ghana, but you hold on. Nigeria is always seen as, say, Ghana a big sister, big brother, and Ghana sees Nigeria big sister, big brother. It is all what your Ghana president swear in, you swear Ghana in. It's a Muslim Nigeria president, the best special guest of honor. Okay. In the case of His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, the first way in, the special guest of honor was Alassane Ouattara of La Côte d'Ivoire. Why? Because only no woman who no million for, but no Buhari. But what I say, and the president elect in the election, Obia or Pese. We invite him as a special guest of honor. Now let's talk about the president that came. Traoré had been a topic on the continent in Ghana. Say, Argentina Traoré ba Accra with military uniform.
Obeje France in
say the youthful exuberance. Ne hawa all perform with Burkina Faso. Any the entourage. Any the youthfulness, the energy, the bar, it is just only commonly nine say. You show me television so. You see and to see him walking on the land of Ghana, it's so enthusiastic and very nice. One would ask, some are saying, so we see some color in him. One would ask, Argentina na His Excellency Nana the government, MPP government, Traoré Makura Bishia Nana Burkina Faso. There's what is called diplomatic trust. That trust, and say, if we are no on G government, and already in France for 10, already our coup protester say the MPs will be destabilizing, when we are taking in the government in it down. Following what happened, if fire come so far, so also to the boss Damiba. And that kind of friction, Damiba to Togo, and it is still pushing ahead for them to take off the boy. Therefore, was done also. But it isn't interesting. Isn't it so surprising? Yes, a bit better on me, His Excellency President Mama. Now I'm telling Ghanaians, and say, President Mama, if you north, the minority tribal settings. One north borderland with Burkina Faso. We have the Wangara, we have a lot of Kusasis, some even Mampusi, Bezangas, Gruma. Most of the tribes in the one north at the front tip. They also have the same tribal settings, Moshi and Co. They are in Burkina. So President Mama is telling Ghanaians, me, I will not sever the relations with Burkina. Menko for any before or woman to the boy. Even though so a senior man when it comes to presidency, President Mama is far ahead. Why vice president? Why president? Why with the mission? Why hold you? These are guys only younger, only pe obia or fan as a role model. So interestingly, between you and I, you'll be shocked. Say on the continent of West Africa, the guy has taken President Mama as his godfather. That is how the presidential system works. Nanado, or the godfather, as far as African Union is concerned, as far as African bloc is concerned, as far as the international community is concerned. And to one of the opinions of Mobano, Ebile Traore, is he the only person that came? Yeah, the big wig in the person of Paul Kagame. Kagame doesn't go to countries just like that. Paul Kagame, he does not go to certain countries just like that. Ghana 50 Obai. From that time, you look Kagame. So how did he? Certainly, Kagame came. Gabonese president, I brought Odimba. Okay? They two, okay? I brought him to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. They swear in. And a Ghana government, Eddie Oseje, former minister of foreign affairs. And I mean, so me the liaison for Gabonese government. Odimba, not on me, that time we were too close to Ghana. But Odimba is American trained. And you know, so there was a discussions. Then he said, okay, you will come. So we throw in the invitation. We throw in the request. Say a Persiaba. Ghana responded diplomatically. Then we liaise up with foreign affairs. So all the details that went through, what went on, Kwabena Owusu, I negotiated with the Ghana government. Yepe short car for the president. Yepe high car. The backup car, your Land Cruisers, your Belgian Land Cruisers, Ghana Simenyo 2 penny the amount. Okay, yes, your Belgian Biaka home, or the entourage of 30, security detail of 7. You don't cry weapon and you don't cry weapon and these are what is called diplomatic agreement. It goes through the diplomatic agreements. We did that. And you find out better. Ghana say, Mama, your friend is Kempiski. Okay, your Belgian room. But I again said the but we notify the state security. Say President Nebano, your family free tarmac, or say you how bit you catch them. I negotiated. Yavana and called hotel Ghana allocate here because no had better. But we took him to just behind your prestige. Japan embassy, Korea embassy opposite, a normal apartment. So when you receive him from the airport, or Sergey receive him on behalf of Ghana, me coordinating on behalf of Gabon, we pick him up straight away. Who drives him? I said, I don't know the Ghana. Bema police officer, Antim Kofa police officer, no, or a Bema.
I will trust him.
Yeah, so it's like that.
Okay.
Your friend is saying, what's the name? Personal police station, or motor rider. I'm saying, you, I know him. You be the driver. The bodyguard, Oba. With a young girl, Ella, she was the bodyguard, holding weapon. President's sister at the back on the left, on the right. Then Osage, the host for Ghana, sit on the left. Ahead of time, we say the Gabonese leader Nebano, yes, Victor Smith was to coordinate for Ghana. Ideally, I would have also be on the Gabonese trail and then do the liaison. But as I said, I wasn't there. But then we coordinate that is our agreements, you know. Now,
so your mom can be
yes, you have to tell the national security. Yes, the national security will be notified because national security would also back up. Under back your entourage, you know. But the problem that Ghana has is that State Protocol Department, and I'm saying this on authority, is a shame to the country. We don't have CASA, a techie presidential entourage when they are visiting this country. And most of the governments in Oba, Oman high.
High will come here.
Yeah, the fund come here.
Okay. Private.
Yes, Land Cruisers no warranty. Now Ghana government go be to say Tinubu. Nigeria government oba. Ghana say my locating Mozambique. Or say me dase. Rooms is saying was number 30 rooms. Was me entourage dosun. Enti so me pe bi aka ho. Nigeria ba campus going to me je e bi about 120 rooms. Because the security detail kwa by 65. Big one. And sana ne ministers and then no the foreign ministry near at the protocol from only dosu and to also be at their account. And send one man when they are arriving. Are you getting me? When they are arriving, which route are they using? From the VVIP lounge of the airport, Yeteki Airport, which road? Independence Avenue, straight away today. Now say Obakon Hotel, Akoyemi, and Sana Yadenaba. The parade or the grounds. In the case of the Gabon 2016, when we pick him, you never procedure. I'm an Gabonese students be shy. We had whatever, and then we had a private meeting with the ambassador Minko from Togo, who was responsible for Ghana. My good self, your name is Dinkomo. We gave them the details plus the security. The top security was a Chinese man. You Dinkomo. Okay, which is the way? President from her straight away. We are going to the Independence Square. After the Independence Square, when the president is sworn in between 12:30, bang, 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 yeah. When the president is moving to International Conference Center to receive, to be a host of all the presidents in Abana, will be at 10 minutes, 12 minutes, tete-a-tete. I want to go greet him, I had them, I wish him well. So we usher him in. From then, straight away, we didn't take the president to Prestige. The rooms that we took, hotel from Hallelujah. And yes, that's why you timidly near the roof will require the chair for them to make use of it. Straight away, near Jamaica. Now, the issue for Ghanaians, which is an interesting thing, is that we will say, or producer, or then in search and say, gun. Baba,
your problem at Ghana will be a Kahuasa.
About your Ghana, you're born.
I didn't tell you.
You're born, sir. There's always an agreement of a visiting president. And the president, most of them, they have what is called president's signature. The signature has to do. Say, Obano, a walking stick in the crown. And Kwabena say, the trio, Bibi Bano, Yidibana, and a walking stick in the president, and Mususwa, and also the Kenya weapon. It is not like that. There are certain agreements that the state does not come and farm it to her. Why? And they say, it could even be, I'm just saying, without just revealing what could have been the situation. Only Burkina Bay, you're inviting so umbrano. Now Ghana at the security protocols at the Abeto. When the security protocols in that way, you are counter security protocols. President ever share the military uniform because he is still in the revolution. Okay. Which is not against the law. Or the entourage of 200 and now 20 people, 10 of them are armed. Ombekra assault rifles no mode ban. Ombekra Kafenikov 5, AK-47 20, Brent 5, Scorpion, CZ, Cheska Zebrowska weapon, Ekra 8. And your weapon the crown of the dinner chinman, AD-33. The president himself is holding 2 pistols. The 2 pistols, maybe 9mm. Made by Cheska. All these details in Iran, also please let's learn.
Yo, me too.
All these details in Iran, security details, which is called the protocols. Protocols under the Ghana government ahead of time, 1 month. Ghana study. Now Ghana counters, Mr. President Traore, head of state. You claim for this route you. And Obama adequate military backup as your security. Ghana Army. Minimum, soldiers in 3 and now 5 may be correct to cry assault rifle. While weapon, we bet him their ball. We be a patch of discharge bullet in the film. Okay. Which is a way idea, you're the Baba to public. And that's a bullet in the Baba. Now we're talking about what is called confidence. The confidence here is that President Mahama, any guy, Traore, only a good friendship. If the president trusted the person visiting him with a weapon, and the boy has indicated, what said the whole word, all call Russia about the pistol and the signature and pistol no one. And out of extreme and it's not out of bounds. Martin said, you are called for you program the question. People should learn from this. Say security experts. I don't win the man can't once because maybe they are in Kahu. No, Memen Kahu, Obiako school different. And no woman can a Saba Kwaka, Saba Debe, Saba threatening. That's our Neka. We are talking about diplomacy, agreements, any protocols when it comes to presidential visit. What we mean, Jumano, and Kokana some good word massy. Whether you're a lecturer, you're a professor, whether you're a cyber, whatever, again, don't go there, don't talk, we'll be forced to talk. And a good number of them were talking blah blah blah. But when I say, hey, into a quarter class, we could generate young crowd and my dear, another children. No, there's nothing you, it's not your fault. You're great, you're protocols. Ghana signing, foreign affairs will copy, say protocol will copy. Ghana Air Force will copy, including where the aircraft now they ban, they do a backpacking, including aircraft now they ban, the securities on board. No man so. Tinubu flight to Dubai. Nigeria about we have 14 armed officers from Nigeria Air Force. The pilot of Nigeria got the president, a soldier. You must be in uniform. What I say. We are not capable of flying on Tunde you are doing. Only I'm a about my last more than two. Why am I down for? Tunde was a military, he flies Buhari as an Air Force. When the flight in BCA, soldiers in Nessie, only Ghana Air Force, because alien soldier on the land of Ghana. But agreements in Akoso. Ghana military, Ghana Air Force, you are aware. Self flight near Tinubu Bano, 14 armed men or so. Only never guide the flight, you know. Only flight in the sea, right, Tinubu TC, a man, red carpet to BSC film, pilots, you know, 2. Only, your friends say, air hostess, and I see what's. Now, a peja you, yeah, we call. Abia president call, we won't go to my home hotel. Not 14 armed men, no, or messy from. Or my young bench our aircraft nasi or guide plane coping say president Besaba or the plane nasi order. All Independence Square winning the aircourse ho Pokadami the plane suonu near guide the Munko airport in Kobisa woman. These are what is called agreement actually and idea for public consumption say yeah but in the Traore by the train crown it was part and parcel of the diplomatic agreement.
The president of Ghana that time, John Dramani Mahama,
yes,
aware. They dress everything.
Only be ahead of time.
Okay.
Only be ahead of time.
Okay.
Now there's something
including your security.
Or be aware.
Okay.
But you be some sort of catch up because they don't owe you say Babaka Sassi.
Okay.
Shabia Traore. Or chair president, you no vice president, no coachiano. Otunike. Direct to a for first time. What does it mean? It is a contest between where diplomacy meets culture. Where diplomacy meets culture means Onono in the Boshi, Burkina Bay, Oru Oba Etisemi Mami. And to go to a vice president, a woman vice president, you know, at that point on the mind of Traore, he was going to greet his mother. In Burkina tribe, in Boshi tribe, Bambara tribe, Fulani tribe, name all of them. Obiano was cheche, Edukochiani Mami.
Okay.
And then the culture is that you use your left hand, and it's the Igbo also, Igbo tribe. You have to see your tribe in attraction, your culture, or the inside left, no, etuchen, or the right, no, the chair. That is what exactly he did.
Because now on social media, man for say, "Ubi ayan to about man okrano, o kochiano, where you uberet tonight day." Asha will say, "Achia ni sem." You do speaker of parliament na wamanu blue.
Wamanu blue, yes.
Or call your friend and say, "President to Sasha Nichen."
Yes. Only you know, Chiani Yonko Bema. In Chanda, the normal French, which are managers of President Mama diplomatically.
You want to live on Facebook now? Watch pictures, you know, flow or no many your friends at TikTok. So
managers of President Mama no diplomatically or chair French for now. You go with your head. You head with the left, you head with the right, and then you head with the forehead. And then the French way, or you do shoulder and then head. I'm saying, President Mama, you need to be giving combo. But what you say?
Clear. Point is so same.
Yes.
Person na
about 20 crown now.
And the signature.
And the signature.
Possibility say now.
High.
Okay.
But then no Ghana government, including His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana today, President Mahama, was more than 300 times aware. Yeah, the protocol of every president be in this agreement. But I can also tell you, say, there have been counter of them. You feel. And also you counter TSC. So we agree. So we know the president now. Bano.
In fact, memory mo say, maybe na me gina pay no mo be fine.
Yes.
Tamwa, we say normally cars na ba papa na nka so pe fans Burkina be president.
Well wrong.
So
pe fans.
It me pe fans sa. Ye do we say Tinubu ramu no. Car ne ba your friend is so they so straight. It is one or yeah a lot of them head of state no be break cars na yeah den. E do the president in Timo oko straight. But when nko do one dey or stop here and now o see and no ono nante from a chirikura ansa na obe wram e ho na fans ne share say na hwe ne nkofo na edi na chiri so a obi kura aso o sa agbaja o uhu ne na so uhu Ghana military bia military police for you to say ka we there but mo asa small boys bi and now mo share mo ntade na pistol ni kuto tu ankasa so ye de ekuto ntitu true say so mo kwotena sem omo ma be 6 of them every nechi and now mo ja 2 and another kukuta the bag.
Yes, I mean
bag no ko no samba bag.
And you had Eddie Camp.
Na Eddie Camp no there na later. Omo ma ni be gina akiri. Baby okota na fe say ho na obia tension e den. Ewo. Is it because like you said, kwan of us so be president. Ne signature baby atu no bo. And I say omo color uniform na how na siti na Ghana for ina say ye boje ne so ana say why something extraordinary. Ghana
for showmanship. Na the same thing in Ghana near the Thomas Sankara. Our friends for bufu ya na Sankara ba Jerry ho. Oba Jerry ho mfi say no tilted towards English. Na Ghana and Jerry na on the mind of the French. Jerry was the motivating factor. Oniku no ebi na Valentine Strasser at the AFRC the same concept Korea Sierra Leone. What I say Editu Joseph Momo Strasaba had that time at the age of 25. The vice president beside the age of 23 in the 90s. You know, they were also having that kind of fun. A country, a pedama showmanship. But let me clear here something that would be very clear on the mind of Ghana. Said, or did you know the Bahana who did American President Bush, Ebesia President Kufuor, our Republic of Ghana in the mid 2000s. President Bush, Ebesia President Kufuor, American protocols, when you should be over 300 agreements, 100 agreements, security protocols. Only the Bekoni na pepe sign bibia pepe.
Wow.
Over tiasia obeba. On tiasia oma. Entimaminka ketua bi nchiramo. President Bush besa Ghana. Obesa President Kufuor. Part and the controversial protocols, security protocols, not part of it. President Kufuor must allow what he has say must allow say Kobasa President Bush eba presidency castle Osu then President Kufuor no office no team any chief of staff ko yempie any executive auxiliary staffs na omo ho no say executive floor no America for best scanning ni
yeti ekuro no
obes scanning every room. And the President Kufuor has to step out from his own office. And no CIA dogs echo inside. Echo scanning. It's an agreement. President Kufuor tiase. Now opposition say who be any bibitimaba. Ghana signs agreement in dada into a buyer from airport. Anytime now no question President Kufuor, the US president have to sit in his car. Not the US military, CIA, FBI, Presidential Protection Force.
But Ebasa, is there a way as a person? Obaka so you okay with it? But your security never say no. Yempene.
Your security no why the head of state is the president. Who is the commander in chief? Is that not the president?
President, yeah.
The agreement is sent to the president to review. National security behind there. Bureau of National Intelligence. Then military intelligence, the MIs. Only security company in share community no deciding near the briefings and command president. Near the agreement natural, protocols natural. Presidents radio Matthias, radio Mintias, ye boxer, and send a US ambassador. No, I send the Akoma State Department. And send a trip on Kwabisi. Part of the American agreement. 2 hours. 2 hours before the US president Besi the Ghana airspace, 267,000 kilometers square of this country, the airspace in must be clear. No flight in, no flight out. 2 hours. Now, ahead of that, let's check what protocol means. Ahead of that, Ghana will radar, you see, airport. Yani in West Africa, not even Lagos. Yani what the farthest and the longest radar. Flight to Abuja, to Lagos, Ghana radar to me pick over 600 miles away. Yet me pick up to Mali. Yet me pick up to Ouagadougou. Yet me pick it to Abidjan. Majority has said, anti American phone and Casa by radar control her. And on Batina ho. And on the Ghana radar monitors net to her. Said making sure it's a flight Bama. That are not bush, you know. Africa no Nina Baby Roku. Enam Sahel. Ebefa your friends in Mauritania. Abba Befa Niger. I enter Nigeria territories. Abba. And also so for Burkina Side. Obeko through the Mali app. Wherever or factory Europe. Obefa North African. Ebiabe room. Yatimi Nase. Now by year and bush the year. Whatever took place there, I will not talk. It's okay. But I'm not bush equal. Part of the controversial protocol which President Kufuor agreed. And it was not different from Rawlings. What's the name? Clinton Diano. Never hold just 2 minutes. All corner. The director, the security or the head of security of Kotoka International Airport, where I can manage. But so Tia, and I will be Tia. At that time, who was the colonel in charge of security of Kotoka International Airport?
Yeah, Canon.
Canon in charge. American sergeant can get the hell out of here. And agreement now signing down a signing here. Bush Kotama Kinusuno. Obia Tama Kinusubia, except President Kufuor. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Obia di mechi any facing the US president. But you understand what it means? What do you head down? Immigration or airport, customs or airport, security detail or airport, aviation for Obia di mechi and President Bush. Now, you were coming with culture assembly. And you know, it was then monitored by Ebo Apia. Under the National Cultural Assembly nearby, America for Eba Eddie Omo President Eba Tama Kenuson. Now Omo Boketi at the VVIP lounge anymore. And Omo Sunday Omo coming. And come on, so Omo Kwasha even Shinina and Kofone Bon. Sanctioning a corrector. And a Kamano, I rejecting Chinini too.
Top radio back. US in Kamano Omotra.
Oh, rejecting San Chinini and Montina or Nassan Chini. You know, Chinese Diana no. And Sabani Kiki Chinono. And I'm saying US Army, when you second knife, when you Chinin or war, or war, and you drum. Munkobi say Bapia.
The okay, no credit.
Many say, a friend of Bapia, Munkobi say on the coordinate here. Almost San Chinini to not quite good to get a hair out of here. Many say, President Kufuor has moved to. Then he works with him on the red carpet. You tape now, President Kufuor, or no call about the same, will do by the intimate crowd. George Bush do one our turning or have a handshake with His Excellency the President. Bidding him goodbye. No. Now President Kufuor and the general no journalists. You do good truck for a use your friends saying I do say tipper truck and your car. And you do general park tarmac so. And America US Marine a travel VVIP now President Bush himself as US President he has to go through the back, not the front of the car. And to go back he has to stand there and wait for instructions from the United States of America, State Department, State Security, CIA, all collaborated security agencies. I'm a signal and send it to me. Bush call her and Coco Blue car, Coco Tracker, what do I know, Sinante? Boyish and Flamboyant. We do an officer, no? Stop. We're just common sergeant. We're instructing now. Then you have to receive or communicate into your instructions, will be a door, now ordinance. So I make up ordinance to my pump. What can I say? And send what to all this while will be example to be an ordinance and I share the cost.
Very well. Live on top 103.1, 25 minutes after 8. Yene Farouk Al Wahab, international diplomatic consultant, and then he didn't come off. Final point is we. There was some minutes to go. Now, Yamba back. Yan Sam Refi.
Yes.
Ye na ye nim say eba US and maybe UK na you for ya Ghana your alliance kakra.
Yes.
No more boom. And Obia so who says say Russian government and Burkina.
Burkina Mali.
Yes.
Niger.
Burkina
Mali, Niger, and other countries on the continent.
Now, yena American for na Efibom. And Burkina president. Aba yen so ye hono. No pistol bo ha watch him say.
Yes.
For all you know. Ebia a protocol we say. Enti no ma omo church security express nye we say. According to you, omabon. For all you know. Ebia na bullet crash in there enim. It is say America for ye ni so mo president so no ayo mo team visit Ghana. America for who say no John Mahama wabe one sa brantie yi a one Russian president Ifibom yi say omo ye close e dey na e ka kire ye no friendship na be ko say
okay Ghana for your code bia you share the euphoria, you share the noise, the jamboree, you intie the okoso. President Mama inaugural address no. As you okay, I'm say a lot of Ghanaian journalists, including you, Owusu, Manti,
Nina, Sana Walker.
Manti.
You buy a sample boy tea.
Ghana Manti, Mutia. Ghana, I'm educating you and the public. You were post-independent, 1957. You were a development, your friends, partners. Ghana development partners, United States, one. Or supporting Ghana, your military, or supporting infrastructure, technology, and agric. Through the United States aid, USAID, and also the US, your new agreements here. United Kingdom, UK, or supporting your education, or supporting infrastructure, and then also technology. Your development partner, Japan, or supporting Ghana with technology and other infrastructure and health. Your development partner Germany or support your Ghana health or help you in technology and will help you in infrastructure. And your country called Holland, where your development partner or help Ghana Ministry of Interior, Ghana Immigration, and to some extent police in Niamaniama because of the Holland efficiencies in immigration and etc. And your friends saying Canada through the CEDA. And there were 6 permanent countries, only Ghana independent, your friends, development partners, post-independent 1957, only happy as
me too.
A balance your budget, only going to my since independent, only development partners. Now listen to President Mama, or say, there is a high possibility, sir, as we speak now, the Ghana's destiny, Ghana will follow the international direction of how this country economy will thrive, will work. But let us look at some interesting things. And he said, you made mention of the G7. I would have said the G20. Because all these countries are your development partners. Only outside G7, the Hollands, the UK, the United States, the Japan, the Germans, Russia, only a development partner. China, only a development partner. President Muhammad said, some countries in your development partner collectively have followed from 36% up to 30%. This is President Muhammad talking. Now, if you look at the BRICS nation, Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, South Africa, Brazil, any other countries, these are the BRICS. Their GDP had gone up sharply to 37%. President Mahama talking. So the destiny of his government, the destiny of Ghana, we look at what will benefit the country and which direction the essence of Ghana's economy will take shape. Ghana for NTA. So what does it tell you? Yes, we acknowledge our development partners. Yet the BRICS nations, with China, Russia, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Iran, South Africa, and other countries in GDP are rising. So Ghana should not be surprised to know, say President Mama ebe aligning the government and the economic philosophy about tilted towards the BRICS. One indications, we will tell interpretations. What changes what line into when ambassadors only the echo. It is not a question of booking a boat leader when the President Mama ever that kind of friendliness. It is not like that. But the president himself, as we shut the BRICS, Burkina, or direct or to BRICS. Now, country Mozambique, for instance, yes, sir, President Filipe Nyusi, out of Mozambique. President Putin, that was his first visit to African continent. I went to that inauguration. Putin flew from Russia, Ebedu Maputo Airport. He was billed to be the special guest of honor. Our inauguration, I said, whilst we were on the tarmac, the Kremlin communicated to Putin, say, "Won't you see from free aircraft anymore?" But the 80 ministers, the generals, only last year, they went to the immigration park while Putin was in the car, was in his aircraft. Throughout the procedures, he flew back and left his entourage to leave the next day. It was something that has to do with protocols. Countries be Russia, our African continent, maybe a tilt towards Russia, yes, China, I won't call Russia, but BRICS. Emancipation, or all the countries are liberated and emancipated nations, or on the destiny or on the choice of a economy, our persuading, but not notwithstanding. What is between Ghana and these development agencies, partners, it remains intact. Notwithstanding, it doesn't restrict Ghana from doing business with China. Already we are doing business with China. It doesn't restrict Ghana to join the alliance of the BRICS. It does not restrict Ghana to join alliance with China, with Iran, and most of them are part.
Very well.
And Tianti Amwasi said, any rubber stamp government, and this gentleman who is the president of today, Opeswaye.
Okay.
Why president da? What not say with mistakes? Why president da? When we be able to duplicate anyhow Opesa or young economy.
So second coming of John Dramani.
Yes.
What are you expecting from him?
I'm expecting one thing. Sir, Obefa strong ministers, not only from his party, but then you should go outside the diaspora.
Okay.
The diaspora community means say, country Korea or the refugees outside Korea, when person are there, Germany, other places, not the bed in the country. Chinese in the 90s, every Chinese outside China was a refugee. When the Bishop idea when the build Turkish were slaves in Germany. Late up to 1998, every Turkish was a slave in Switzerland or Germany. Women acquire the technology. Wama take your do baby or dream. Brazilians were refugees in America. Japan had been a refugee before. All these countries, emerging markets most especially, women call for diaspora. But then the Maxim President Mahama and the Ghanaian said, what do you mean come for the party activists and quite so percent the government in
very successful.
Whereas said what they can indicate to say who system ministers. System ministers does not mean sister activists of NDC. Sister official ministers with Ghanaians collective. Said Blaster who said yet we call for Ghanaian born outside. Emmanuel Babo Blaster what stop Ghana government and for that matter his excellency President Mama
to do say
because said international organizations around the world, world-best universities, most of the lecturers, head of departments of especially medical field, South Africa, head of orthopedic, the best orthopedic, they are all Ghanaians. What stops you from picking any of them? Let them come and challenge and do business with Ghana. We do not do that because, sir, President Tinubu Betrasi, Abeshefa, the party activists, no more ministerial posts. When they go into the ministries, they only know say doing politics, but not to do the business of the day. That one is my expectation, sir. President Onye. Another area.
Onye.
Ma Onye sir. Yes, no mean
do that. Okay.
Also the Ghanaians at large.
Okay.
Your professions will come. The study. The knowledge partner of every presidency is your university.
The last time I said, your friends are Cardinal Mills. Oh, Muna, I have a band of Ghana. Your friends are World Bank.
Yes.
Almost say Ghana for a good one. I more very experienced or more year. If you can go there and bring them in to so almost support to Ghana will go forward.
Let me give you one thing. Alassane Ouattara, President of the Republic of la Côte d'Ivoire, only Côte d'Ivoire blood relations were not Ivorian. It was then before Boigny, President of la Côte d'Ivoire. Now Côte d'Ivoire were burdened with the car. French farmer car a Kumunu, and you call UN General Assembly, and you call World Bank Copeska, or call them, and you call to say there is a certain person called Alassane Ouattara who was a then director of World Bank. Onu na na ye Côte d'Ivoire le modjuma ena ofe bi san say we dey no sim ye Burkina Faso sa ena oti ha na Côte d'Ivoire ye law say otimi man nationality obi a betima bua country no ena last ka chen say dana me garo listen me papa ye farmer e Côte d'Ivoire e north into ye Burkina Faso me pa chew ma me nkopa World Bank chew we any permission now never block Côte d'Ivoire no more prime minister so it was an arrangement between la Côte d'Ivoire government of Boigny and World Bank and then release Alassane Ouattara and man and a man of French Côte d'Ivoire passport or by on maybe sa politique du ivoirien politique ivoirité Côte d'Ivoire politics of which is an Ivorian nationality politics then Côte d'Ivoire I say qui est ivoirien mais épais ou bien père et bien nous mamie anani papa ya ivoirien on est ivoirien na ça you say non obia oje Côte d'Ivoire government betima ka say otimi abotima ana odman be prime minister ana be so Côte d'Ivoire economy no brodema hofe banye hofe yiye no o mo law no National Assembly that is the Speaker of Parliament on the subsidy and a cover bedi ebedi ne papa na de ne political father obedi ade anu ye no and no be change because of Alassane Ouattara the influence and the popularity no no say anya avoidance in elections on to mano and the could change Côte d'Ivoire nationality law and then Ivoirian seki eme epa it's no mama ne papa anya avoidance na we the Côte d'Ivoire and then the pama Alassane Ouattara Laurent Gbagbo anybody at the buyer or force you say no I go your way either your mother or your father and so now Alassane Ouattara am qualified ɛni na lead yɛ de Cote d'Ivoire tɔkwa baa sɛ man wɔmana wɔdi nanso ne national jazz Burkina Faso abɛyɛ available na serve the capacity of prime minister so you cannot render him say ɔnyɛ citizen ɛni na de saa Cote d'Ivoire tɔkwa no baayɛ so therefore all what I'm trying to say is that Ghana has so much and so many good qualities including our universities. So our university to me master's program, PhD program in agriculture. At what point do you go and pick an agri consultant within Malaysia or a polytechnic lecturer? We study partner with knowledge partner country Holland. The government of Holland does not take anything from anything than their universities. And to Utrecht University only the advisory Holland government what to do with agric, what to do with politics, what to do with governance, what to do with administration, what to do with finance, what to do with that. The university now a year only about lectures, our faculty, young boys to say more university, we would bring, we better contribute to our faculty, now the government not national. Ghana your universities, BBM, and once you have your graduate students.
Obey disappointed if John Dramani Mahama a failure as a president.
I don't pray to think of.
No,
say,
don't pray that
everybody will be disappointed because everybody, including you, we have not had a situation of a president that has received mass support to begin with his government. Sir, we are the biggest voluminous your friends MPs out of the parliament, so he has nothing to lose. Now Ghanaians, the problem is only 4 years. Now we are looking at the 4 years. Where does it become from? Where does it begin from? President Mama, my advice to you, you cannot do all the projects.
Okay.
You cannot fulfill all the manifesto. I have a problem with any of the parties so manifest within 4 years. Without your president, 4 things. I will do the council. Agriculture 1, health you 2, education, security there you don't have any problem with the security. But then the sanitation. There's a man who started with government today about the whole circle, the BR Ebola, the whole Accra, the whole Ghana, Kumasi, everywhere city, the BR Ebola on the principal street. Concern circle as your Ebola egu as your. So your sanitation is a big problem.
You made mention of 4 things.
4.
That's education.
On your education. On your agric health. And on sanitation.
Sanitation.
What
of the corrupt? We say a Ghana for
corruption is a matter of institution. Ghana is supposed not to be a corrupt nation.
But we are in.
We are in because relax. We are in because Ghanaians, including you, and I'm teaching you tonight. There is no country in the world, on the entire world, I produce chartered auditors, chartered accountants more than 250.
Except
not even the United States with all their education, not UK. We don't charter auditor. Not the best mathematicians, France and Italians, only chartered auditors. Ghana is the home base, not even the mathematical Indians, not even the smart Chinese, not even the smart China and Ukraine don't know the 1.2 billion population. Only chartered auditors are only paid 250 Ghana law. If you have these people, how does the country become a corrupt nation? Because the principles of accountability, because the institutions are not made to work. But whereas you subject yourself to auditing, the president of the Republic of Ghana and the presidency, including the West African Highway from Afro border up to, it is very bad. But what I'm saying is, so confirm road, but confirm every targeter, the reason being that said, you are about 45, 50 to 60% of Ghana road network. Very okay. And you're bad. What do you mean? But we say the country thrive on education. And if you have education and your citizens are not healthy, your hospitals, any problem with our health sector, we need healthy citizens, you are doing nothing. And to you, what do we need? Papa, food security is a Greek. Ghana is a country that should be able to produce and sell. Enti President Mama Samini wa kaye de Burkina boy ni no. Dia tomatoes nkwa. Na make sure say your tomatoes no your reserve bank. Ayo cold room. Cold room ni say ni tomatoes. Enti ni season na your to amango. Any season you to watermelon, any season you to your friend is saying how do you call it? Tomato sugu. So these are the common, especially the cash crops that fetches money. President Mama, my advice to you: go to Holland. The US, the European Union have rolled out big budget. Send the citizens will be a farm. Any African country be a Libyan. Monko, Mama land. But by your food basket, per Ghanaians, we Ministry of Agriculture, Amsterdam, non-co Utrecht, non-co chasing the Holland food basket, number 4 Holland farmers, and in Ghana for equity of land, no near food. But the senior ministers, the people in Mukuma, 9, we don't call Amsterdam. For 2 things. Parliamentary education up to now that program every month to be a Holland government or mark say parliament 90,000 for training euros. Young from training MPs. Normally equipped to the standard so that they can stand on the floor of parliament and debate, proper debate, constructive debate. And to all these things now, we have a lot of Ghanaian diasporans who are well equipped, well informed, well scholarized, well technologically empowered and supported by a hard training from outside. For anybody your government, you know, now you enjoy business as usual. Okay. Nina me ye constituency or Dabia. Nina me ye constituency chairman, and I'm here. And one thing, President Hamahama, that some of us will not forgive you. Your Ghana, your concurrent, your friends, diplomatic missions, baby, chicham. And for so we have over 80 now powered up to about 90 diplomatic missions. A small country like Ghana, we need share embassies in the back. We embassy in Gambia. Now I'm not the diplomats are could no the staff will be back. We need salary. Now we'll be a Dakar. Now we'll be a Cote d'Ivoire. Now we'll be a Mali. We will be a Burkina Faso. Once I call be a Niger. Once I will be Abidjan. We will be a Togo. We will be Benin. And then I say, but who does that? Which country does that? Abu America and Kwano Onisikano on the missions are. We call Europe. We were Ghana mission, our Brazils. We take care of Brazils, ACP, African Caribbean Pacific, and then the European Union. Obetima double for a career diplomat, a free Accra, Fankota diplomatic consular services. You don't need an embassy in Holland. If you have Belgium, you have France, you have Germany, we will be Spain, what will be Malta? What is that? And now Central Asia, we are China, what will be Malaysia, what will be Singapore, what are we looking for?
John Dramani Mahama, within these 4 years, bet my magic team beer, a be forgetting another than Kwakufado.
Any president in any country is to be forgotten. You cannot forget any president. Yes, President Nanado, maybe to you and to me and to the Ghanaians, you know, it wasn't too, maybe satisfactory.
Will you advise him to touch our constitution?
Constitution had been already a problem since 1992.
And you did not talk about that one.
We have spoken about it several times because His Excellency President Rawlings, as my maker NDC for one paying for, and there those people are more about President Rawlings, you know, he has mentioned, say, he didn't read the Constitution because it was too voluminous. Well, not time the person who interpreted and read the Constitution for him, I am not trusting more than any person that he has ever worked with. Jerry Mecca, or can same way, Madame Ziniye, Chinibu Akobia, Mohammed Alassa. Munya back to Africa was not Ruby. Or he trusted only one person when it was about the Constitution, any Mr. D.F. Anan. Or no, the catcher, we said, be okay, you must be okay. Or say, if you are telling me, say, okay, I'll stand with my blood. So Jerry himself didn't read much of the Constitution. But when he sat back and now started reading out of boredom when he was no more president, he realized there were some things he wouldn't have signed. If the constitution acknowledged, admitted, no, there were problems with the constitution.
Mayor Bonnie said, "Wo be bahana me Matthew phone in Komoka." Yes, because on behame anytime that you come, and I have 10 minutes to go.
Any problem?
Mamino Muni in Komoka.
Go ahead.
Okay, live on top 103.1. Final point is winning. My name is Kwabena Owusu Agyemang, the governor. My name is Farouk Al Wahab. And Edin Komo has 0303944864 0303944864. In some waka or see John Domani Mahama or making sure so be yeah Greek na my yeah health, education and sanitation. It be now so for fra or bekan. Now me them say or and there some position be a na presidential advisor. You be lobby man so be call there. My first caller ewa man. So hello, good evening.
Hello,
Sir. So minute time 30 seconds.
I'm not a family, I'm not a minister, and we are minister for how minister for minister. I'm not a general, I'm not just a man and one president. I'm not just a president with the back. Not a government or time for Sana, or doing university of Montana. So I should visit the hospital. Minister of health, minister of food, minister of food, and not that kind of the work. What the hospital can tell you. The show will be there for 2 years, not down more than 20 years. Thank you for at the president. I am going. Okay, I'm going to call you. Bye bye.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, we engineer so me we say. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We didn't be able free.
I'm doing it. No justice, no peace.
Say uncle.
Yeah, maybe I'm coming. Okay, maybe I'm address. I mean, you can comment. Yeah, best this one, you know, for preparation prayer, for preparation way. So the car for the whole region. I don't know if I have that person. I can't. If you have to come already, I can already. But I see.
Oh, as I say, hello, good evening.
Hello, firing. The governor said, "Wow, we are Kasakwan. We are saying, Mamu."
Kasakwan straight.
And the governor, you be turning down and say, "Ne, man, I'm a manager. No more you know Kaya." He said, "Baby, I'm a born to do one Ghana, Yamano. Oh, Yamano, the mistake, baby. When I said, yes, son, and I feel so agree, you know." So, economy never could even now if agree. Governor, say, oh, it's a fight city. Now it's me come market. Now it's me cut tomatoes, maybe. Now it's me the 10 city to me cut up and say, and after body, now it's me go far. Governor, say, you try to call us a penny, a crazy corner, it's me the demon auto. It's a Greek one, ocean here, ocean pan, I say, so every region crown, a bit my state farm crown, one of my, a bit more woman. So, Governor, so it's a scanner, so called Domina, so called Tajik Trivia, not the best. Just the sky gets here now that got added to trivia. It's a who over the ground and it's me. Yes, but so it's a sky trivia to the no more the brain out to me, but the year Gani, the Grana, just a whole. It's a Greek one more say, yes, I want some Kalipa, 6 family that says to me, the whole region in the Yedi. Young man, I'm
hello, good evening.
Hi,
Pacho,
I'm our first team here. Someone who competition behind the bottom. If you never show us something, the performance
I say hello, good evening. Oh, sorry, we ain't imagine so. 0203944864. Now, you're here and facing the hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Governor.
Patrol, my minty away.
Governor, I'm going to see the time.
In comment to you.
We are Omega 5 out to you.
Omega Fagum Yanko.
Yeah, for funny than I suppose. That's all canon. Yes, the two more of the three. If she the best, then say, yeah, or Governor, Mamma, and check, no camera, no Macas, and yes, you're to me.
Send your enemy a cry hand home.
I you there upon the top, I own camera. Now, Cassani, yes, you have to do that way, but that's it.
Never kind. That's it. Hello, good evening. Now, my family calls in easy. Hello, good evening. Very bad. Me pick you. Hello, good evening. The last caller.
Good evening, the Governor.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you know that's one.
Yes, my minty away.
Oh, finally, they were being.
So, I'm catch them.
I put another much of Mama concerning the three thematic areas: agri, health, and education. Mama, you don't know no board more or director. So, to me, now be a comaton yama. I don't know that's one another thing. Ever have a paper. I blood their chinobra. Lieutenant
Mate, me that was it.
And also,
oh, sorry, Mama, what I said. Last caller. Hello, good evening.
hello, good evening, the one side where you say,
Patrol, who you want?
you're from here.
About you and Patrol, my minty away.
I agree to tell me the problem with your Kamalata. If you are not done my year, so man cannot promise. And you know, to say, you need your Ghana for your belly, younger son. If you remember, it's better to say, your dear group, they take Ghana, no more than 5 years to try. Upon the actual go now, until the actual go, the bar. On the map, the block of the in Cameroon. No, my Jelso, oh, Malakane, a Bishini, the dear Mutua, dear, a Granada for me, a poor no to I don't know more upon the first one. I'm not a show, and then can you tell on and Kaja and your family be chair, see my digger, and then shot. I would be in that you back, no more than you should not pro. I mean,
now, me for 4 BIBM. I can't just 3 minutes and I'm in Farouk. Sorry, but Farouk, yes. On sanitation, yes, I say you be out. Me no kasa be out sanitation.
It's so sad.
It's Kroma the sanitation. No, I'm a one person, and you tracker. So why I didn't say you blame? I mean the president.
What are you talking about? The president's work is not to do anything. Only accountant. He is not the one going to do any auditor. Accountant General, no. Minister of Finance, no. And Agri Minister, no. Minister of Defense, no. He has only 3 contracts with Ghanaians: monitoring, supervision, and control. It's one year there. Now you might show me some. When you say that, we blame you.
If you happen to be the sanitation minister and a local government minister, then I cover it.
The first thing that you got to do. Country FDIs, foreign direct investors called country BR. When you should first and foremost the cleanliness of the country. Accra is rated among one of the most poorest nations on the continent of Africa in terms of neatness. Poorest, one of the dirtiest cities. We should not look at Accra as a cantonment, Laboni. We should not look at Airport Hills. We should not look at East Legon. You look at the larger part of Accra. Now look at your center city. Country Ben Woman downtown. I have friend Accra. Now your market. Etima Krolo, Ekipu. In front of even the police regional headquarters. Your town and Yama police regional headquarters. Yafa main road. Yafa Bebushi. After Central Accra. Kaneshi Market, main road, you have vehicular traffic problem. Na La Paz, yet Makati road off. na hwe ball nipa da sani ayesi road na sauka se their contract among nipa baako a shame on to all the governments that we've had without mentioning name of any company, but you know
yes
say yet mama one company now on energy contract and check back correctly every month now under the circle Kwame Nkrumah circle share and comfort the home na share ball a ma yegu Kwame Nkrumah circle share ball a ma yegu Accra North circle post office anymore share ball a ma yegu Kaneshima Kodoko High Street main road. We have AMA boss Greater Accra in the name of politics. President Mama, if you could not do anything at all, leave Ghana at the end of your 4 years and ask Paul Kagame how he did. Ask of Traore what he's doing with sanitation in Ouagadougou. Ask of Botswana presidents. Ask of Namibia presidents. Ask of other countries, including Kenya. Let's just say the country. Addis Ababa. Ghana should be ahead of Addis Ababa.
Before we say, Governor, please talk to your management to talk to this man for him to be in your studios or your program every week, and you make sure we listen to him all the time. Yeah, that's we also the free tema and a bar. Yeah, we say Accra Kumasi Road. We need to fix the road. Yes, of course. President John Dramani Mahama, especially Ama Saman to and Sawamuno, make sure so be complete. Yena sa do a carriage na